We're rolling at a great time.
Okay.
We're talking about the Wall Garden gig in Bangor, which is undoubtedly the most middle class gig. That and Dunleary in Dublin
Yeah.
is like middle class gig paradise.
Yeah.
And you didn't know it's Bring Your Own. That's how you know it's such a respectable audience, because you've done it before and you didn't realise it was Bring Your Own.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Because you know gigs are Bring Your Own when people vomit on their knees.
Yeah, if
and fight.
you're walking into a gig, you pass a guy with a full-on shopping cart, like from an Aldi or a Lidl, with lager that you can't pronounce.
At Wall Garden in Bangor, I've got a crowd work clip up about it. If I was doing it anywhere else, you would think I was making it up. There was a guy in the front row with a charcuterie board. But no, I mean, he'd brought the board from home. He wasn't doing a wee setup on his knee. He had brought like his own board for
Can
this.
you imagine the bouncer stopped you for having the wrong cheese knife? Like they take your knife off you and then they hand you one with the two little prongs at the end.
In Bangor, they'll let you in with knives, you know, because they'll assume it's for a brie.
Well, as long as it's the correct knife.
Yeah,
They hand you, like, you know when Dexter's about to kill someone and it opens the full thing, they just tell you to work your way in from the outside all the way in.
Are you, I want to get talking to you, you're talking about a matinee show. Are you a charcuterie guy?
I've never been described thus. But I wouldn't say
not
no
to your face.
I wouldn't say no to some spicy sausage.
We did Ivy Gardens in Dublin. The second you left, people were saying,
you know,
surprised seeing without a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
You know, that was the chat.
Yeah, they like to see him at intimate gigs and with and without the charcuterie board. Oh no, I like, you know, a smorgasbord of meats and cured meats and cheeses from around the world. Absolutely,
right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I have a crowd work clip from the same gig that you're talking about, the Bangor Wall Guards gig, and it was one of my favourite ever. Because you know the way you get accountants and teachers and all the rest. And I said, "What you do?" And the guy goes, "I sell doggy clothes for
not
dogs."
Snoop.
What?
Not Snoop.
No, well, maybe now he is a big investor in everything. So if he listens to Tea With Me, which one has to assume he does.
Let's not rule it out.
Maybe he's investing in this and this guy. And I said, "What's your most popular thing?" And he said, "Celtic and Rangers jerseys."
For dogs?
For tiny dogs.
There's
and
no
then,
need to bring dogs into the sectarianism.
Oh no, then I just worked out which dog would which. And I was like, well, okay, so Chihuahuas, Mexicans, Catholics, Celtic, right? Scottish Terriers, probably Rangers, and then we just divided dog breeds.
Corgis, Rangers.
Absolute Queen's dog, Rangers all the way. Yeah. Alsatians, just Hearts, just to kind of mix things up a bit.
Yeah.
He was absolutely brilliant. So his most, and we might as well give him a plug, right? I said, "What's the name of the place?" And he goes, "It's Urban Pup."
Right.
And I said to him, because PUP anywhere else in Belfast or Belfast surrounds or North Down might be something else, but it's Urban Pup.
Now you
Bangor.
have a dog.
I have two dogs, yeah. Well, no, So I fostered the second one, and then we found a home for the second one. Yeah, I have a dog. I have a 3-legged dog called Lola.
Have you got any gear off this guy? Do you put clothes on your dog?
No. Unless it's very cold.
Do you have naked dogs? That's what
she's just wandering around. She shaves herself. It's really weird.
That's a Sunday World headline.
You get down in the morning.
Naked dog, weirdo Delamere.
Brackets. Yes, the charcuterie one. Closed brackets. She shaves herself. Sometimes she waits to make eye contact with you, and she runs the Gillette slowly up her nether regions. No, I would put a coat on her in the winter because she's a lurcher, and they've no body fat. But no, generally I would be
hat. Not even a hat.
Against full balaclava, like full balaclava. She wears a smaller dog as earmuffs.
Do dogs get cold? Do you ever look at your dog and go, "Oh, the dog's cold"?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like when I had a dog in the 80s, when I was a kid, like people forget, like the 80s in Ireland, like the minding level on a dog was slightly different in that you didn't mind them, you just fed them and
you left them to their own devices,
wandered.
kind of. Yes.
The best phone call we ever got was from a guy down the road, and he rang because my dad had let the dog wander out accidentally.
So we know who the Baha Men song was about. We got to the bottom of it.
Yeah,
finally. Your dad let the dogs out.
John Delamere. Finally, the question has been answered.
Long enough to the end of that song, they do say it.
Yeah. There was a radio version where he wasn't named, and then there was a full-on 12-minute album version where at the end they just went, "It was John Delamere, in case anybody was wondering." You've fully gone.
I don't even think it's the idea that it's your dad that they were talking about. I think it's the idea that there's an album version of Who Let the Dogs Out.
Of course there is. Oh, they list the dogs. It's like the Banger clip. They go through breeds. It's a seminal work. People don't listen to. There's a B-side called Who Put the Cats In, but like you have to be a real a hipster.
Sippers, this episode of the Tea With Me podcast is sponsored by none other than that prize guy. I'm not talking about any prize guy. I'm talking about that prize guy, my paddle partner. That prizeguy.co.uk. You can head over there and see what competitions he has going. And I'm not talking about Ireland's 7th biggest prize competition page. I'm talking about Ireland's biggest prize competition page. Last month, that prize guy made their 10th millionaire. That's someone who just won £1 million. Dan, give me an example of a competition, because there's all those big prizes over on that prize guy. Give me a wee silly one, a wee fun one. Is he doing a wee air fryer for his 2p or anything?
I think he's beyond air fryers now.
What are you doing, like a wee BMX from him?
You get a BMW.
That's a low prize for him.
Yeah.
But give me what's the like, is he doing any stuff? Is he doing any TV DVD combos? Built it like a TV with a DVD player built in or anything?
Seems to be more cash giveaways. Right. 100 grand, 300 grand.
So say I want to win 300 grand.
Okay.
And I want to be in that mix.
Yeah.
What's the ticket going to cost?
Currently, as we're recording it,
£6.
Yeah, 90p.
90p. 10 pence back from a £1 coin.
Yeah.
Sterling.
As far as I know.
Jesus. That's incredible. That prizeguy.co.uk. Check out all the prizes that are going on. You've competitions from the bottom to the top and everything, and trust me, everything in between and all the trimmings. That prizeguy.co.uk. I'm also going to point you in the way of our Patreon. Patreon.com/teawithmepodcast. I'm not going to tell you about the Monday bonus episodes, the Friday live streams, the Boozy Bake Off, the SSE live pod that's coming up exclusively with Patreon, my stand-up special gonna go on Patreon. It might have already by this point, like a day or two early. I'm telling you about the fact that I'm putting up heartfelt rants about Lee Ryan from Blue being one of the best singers of his generation. And do I regret putting the post? Yes. Did it backfire? It backfired. But what I'm saying is you're not getting that anywhere else. You're not getting this level of Lee Ryan debate on any other Patreon. That's patreon.com/teawithmepodcast. You want to come and see me live? ShaneTalkComedy.com. My tour is up there. Some shows are close to going. I'm talking Glasgow. I'm talking Dublin. I'm talking Newcastle, I think. We might be adding shows, and I'll have the likes of Australia, New Zealand, America, Canada, some Middle East stuff coming down the line soon. ShaneTalkComedy.com. Let's get back to this damn thing. Patreon's all free. Shut up.
This guy rang us. I was at home and I took the phone call. I can't remember what age it was. And the guy went, "Do you have a black Labrador?" And I went, "Yeah." He went, there was a pause, and he went, "He rode our bitch." And then he went, and then he ate her dinner. And you just feel like, player. I mean, that
you
is.
think normally it's the other way around?
Yeah, but like, what a legend. The dog walked home and he was lame from high-fiving other dogs on the way home. I'm gonna skip over your dating technique there, by the way.
Oh, for a second I thought you were gonna say, he said, do you have a black Labrador? Yeah. Not anymore. You don't. So I'm glad that worked. Like
I mean, that would have been a much darker turn,
absolutely,
than the triumphant canine story that I decided to go with. Pick the clip, lads. Pick the clip.
I've never owned a dog.
You could go for the Edgar. I mean, I think we all know why. We're at the dog.
No, never.
Any pets?
I've had goldfish. I've had more goldfish than I've had dogs. Because I've never had a dog.
Well, good, because I thought you were going to say fish suppers there.
No.
Which again, darker.
Yeah. I've had
cat.
No.
I've
had like 4 goldfish maybe, and that's it.
But are they not? Is a goldfish not all the responsibility of having a pet? None of the affection or crack.
These guys sometimes will give you like a look. Were you
What sort of look?
right?
Flirtatious?
No, just like
Coquettish?
that they were having a good time.
Hungry?
If you looked in, just like that, like obviously they can't express themselves too much, but like this.
Oh. Which is hard to do without eyebrows. Because I would say your look, like Roger Moore's acting, is 90% eyebrow at the moment.
Okay, I'll do it without.
Okay, too. No, that's nothing. That's just you staring at me. Oh, no. That
I saw them
spells
smile.
palsy. That's what that is. What age were you when you had the goldfish?
7, 8.
Okay, right.
I had Zig and Zag, and then I had York and Cole. They were my goldfish.
Okay.
And I've told the story before. Well, Dwight York died. Sorry if you're just tuning in. Dwight York the goldfish died.
Was he killed by Jordan? I mean, that would be cool if her revenge was so intense that she couldn't get to the actual Dwight
She
York.
tracked down the one person whose pet was named after Dwight York.
Yeah.
So what happened was we had them at my mum's house, and then I brought them to my dad's house because my mum's going on holiday.
Okay.
And then so I was there for 2 nights.
Okay.
The first night, Dwight York died. The second night, and I don't want to implicate my dad, the second night, Andy Cole killed himself.
He killed himself.
Well, there was a mark on the edge of the tank.
Yeah. How does a goldfish kill itself?
He swam as fast as he could at the tank. Because there was a mark on the tank and he was dead the next day, and there's no coincidence. Dwight York had just died. The next morning, Andy Cole killed himself.
The difference between my dad, who liberates dogs, and your dad, who murders fish, it's a huge difference, isn't it? It explains our respective outlooks on life.
I also need to point out, on the last podcast, I danced around the fact and maybe suggested that my dad, we're talking about steroids, and I talked about the fact that my dad may or may not at one point have once taken steroids. I spoke to him about it.
Yeah.
He's happy for me to confirm.
Yes,
it was
I did
a
take
full
steroids.
cycle of steroids. It was a full 8-week cycle.
A full 8 week.
He took a full 8-week cycle of steroids, and him and his mate, who I won't name, injected each other in the butt with steroids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do we know when this was? Because I met him at that charity match recently.
Yeah.
And I think he might be using it again.
You think he's back on it?
I think,
He asked you to. He took his pants down and said, "Neil,
I didn't. He didn't
Stick it
say
in.
it. He didn't say it.
no
as
needle
much.
in his hand."
I didn't. I rubbed my hands across his back.
Neil, you having
knee.
sex with my dad?
No, not
I would
yet.
hate it if you were my new stepdad. I would hate it. I mean, it'd be handy to like run material, but that kind of, I get that there would be
useful.
benefits of it, but it would.
But
just,
the rest of it,
I think, because I've already known you.
yeah.
You know.
I don't know if that's
And you'd be
the
doing
main
material
issue.
about it. You'd be doing material about
Oh,
it.
I'd be doing a lot of material
About your new husband, and that's my dad. Everyone's laughing at. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I ran my fingers over his back knee, and in Braille it said I'm using it again. So that's how I think.
Is there any chance that the Peyronie's came from?
From the steroids. So my dad has Peyronie's disease.
Right.
Do you know what that is?
You have to drink Italian beer.
No, it
What is Peyronie's? My dad has Birra Moretta beer. It's really sad.
my
What
dad's-
happened? It manifests itself as if he doesn't have a table, he puts suitcases down in the train station, and that's the main symptom. He puts a big checkered tablecloth on it.
When my dad gets an erect penis, it goes off to the side.
How do you know?
I'm only taking him at his word, and I feel like it's something you wouldn't lie about.
Could you use him?
It's not something you're going to flex with.
Could you use him to find water?
No, only ghosts. No, you need another guy. My dad only has one dick.
Yeah, but it can point in both directions, presumably.
Yeah, but I think you need, for those rods, you need 2 of them. So he would need a
No,
friend.
you hold them at this end. Do you need 2 rods?
You need 2 rods.
Is that what it is? Isn't that Ghostbusters?
I mean, it's as factually accurate as
Oh.
So I
Okay,
haven't
right.
seen Ghostbusters. They get their dicks out and they're
What do they do now? Woke. Because it woke. Okay, so he has Peyronie's disease.
That's right. Yeah.
And
So he, when his penis gets, can I say erect?
it's your podcast.
When it gets erect, that's my dad's penis. When it gets erect, he has no control. It might sometimes it like bends, like in all different directions and shapes, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. All shapes. He told me, he said like a pig's tail. He said to me.
pig's tail, or you know those, you know, at a
Things you blow. The things when you turn up and down, they boo.
no, at a party where you're blowing.
We acknowledge
little
that that's pretty good. Boo.
but I don't know what you're talking about.
You know the tubes, the plastic tubes you get when you're a kid. You turn them upside down. There's a wee thing in it, and it goes boo.
No,
You don't know.
I've no idea what
You guys
you're
never got
describing.
this. These in the south.
No.
You're missing out. They were plastic tubes. You turn them upside down. They go boo.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't sound.
We're all the rage up here.
It doesn't sound great, crack.
We're great.
It's limited.
I want you to go online. I want to see an image of this before. Nothing else you've been talking about. I don't want to see an image of anything else.
You
you've been
guys had
talking about. That's
Furbies.
specific.
You had
Yes.
Game Boys, and we had
Yes.
boo.
That was the main difference.
But what were you blowing into there?
Do you know when you a party thing that goes and then it goes?
Oh, the
comes up at
It
the end.
unravels.
that.
Yeah, that's a better one. Yeah.
They're called
Party favors? Or, I don't know.
no party favors are at a wedding. You would give gifts to your guests on the table. That's a party favor.
I thought a party favor was like
The last party favor you want, my dad's Peyronie's disease-ridden dick on the table.
last or first.
He has it, but he
How
has
did
it.
he bring?
He has that, yes.
I was going to say how did he bring this up, but probably to the side. But how did he?
Yeah, not straight.
Introduce. How did he tell you?
He just sat me down one day.
I was laughing. You felt something weird.
He said, look over your shoulder. Yeah, he just, my dad sort of guy, he'd tell you that. You'd have to ask him not to show you it, and he wouldn't even be doing it in a nonce way.
He's good crack, your dad.
He's good crack. He'll show you his broken dick.
Okay, my dad's good crack as well. My dad's 90,
Right.
and
No Peyronie's that we know of.
no, you get to a point where
But you don't know he doesn't.
you don't care. I know he'd tell you as well.
Right.
He was once standing behind. This is how dark it was one day. He was once standing behind. Well, I caught him a couple of things. Once, when he was about 80, I found him ripping his name and address off letters and bills.
Thank God. I'm sorry. When you said, because just of what we just
What he
talked about.
found. Yeah.
You said you caught him ripping, and I didn't know where that was going.
Okay. It's easier if you let me finish the sentence.
Sorry, Neil. I apologise.
No, because your mind is dark. I found him. I found him letting dogs out. No, I found him ripping his name and address off letters and bills that he was throwing out when he was about 80. And I said to him, God, you're fair play to you. Like, you know about identity theft and you're all over it. And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm just using someone else's bin and I don't want him to know who it is. Right? And then the other thing I caught him once, he came back and told me this. He was standing behind somebody. He was about 85 at this point. He was standing behind a fella who was about 80 as well, who was buying black bin liners and like a spade. And he said, I see, leaned over his shoulder. Your man hadn't seen him and just went, I see you're bringing the wife to the Dublin mountains. Implying he was going to murder and bury his wife in a well-known Dublin criminal gangland burial site. Oh, how they laughed.
Now, yeah, that's the thing. If he says that to my dad, he loves it.
Yeah.
But there's going to be men out there that don't appreciate the insinuation that they're going to brutally murder their wife.
Yeah, but the odd thing was your man already had killed his wife that day. Talk about coincidence. No, like they get to a certain age, and I love the kind of freedom that older Irish people have. Well, probably older everybody has actually.
Yeah, my dad's a character. Do you think you'll be a character? Do you think you'll be a character when you're older?
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be as acceptable for us. I think we'll trend. I think
yes.
Like he was once. The other one I saw him at recently was we went to I had to go to this funeral, right? And he's sitting halfway down the church. Now we didn't know the person really who had died, so but it was wasn't particularly sad, if you know what I mean. He's just kind of paying his respects, and the person, the Eucharistic minister, got off the altar to go down the back of the church to hand out communion. And I said to my dad, I said, are you going to go to the top of the church? And he's like, no, it's too far. I said, you're going to go back down the back of the church? And he goes, no, it's too far. And I said, well, what are you going to do? And he was just like, watch. And all he did as the minister walked down, he just leaned out of the pew like that. Like, full on, mouth open, eyes closed, and they didn't miss a trick. Did it like that? Like, and he was like a dog on a frisbee. It was unbelievable.
Now the thing is, if that gets out, that starts a trend.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's his
just
move.
like, you know, when wrestlers walk out and they're high fiving both sides of the audience.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Yeah, he has like a wrestler move. But I just think,
Do you think you like when we're old guys? Do you think you want to be doing stand up? Because obviously there's stand ups who stop in their 50s or whatever.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
there's
yeah.
stand ups who gig until they die.
I think it depends on what you're doing. I still get excited about coming up with a new joke, but like, so what happens if you come up with a new joke and you've no outlet for that? Do you put it into your novel or your sitcom or whatever like that? I mean, there's some people who got better and better and better and better. Like Carlin was brilliant until he died. You know, depends on the sort of stuff you're doing. If you're like, to be pretentious and serious about it, but I suppose if you're still enjoying yourself, what you don't ever want to be is, you know, people who are trying to chase relevance.
Yes.
But if you've never been relevant, happy days.
Yeah.
Like, I have absolutely no interest in being relevant.
Yeah.
I want people in the room to enjoy themselves. I have no interest after that.
Yeah. I just
Will you?
Oh, rel? No.
No. Will you still trying to be doing it in your 50s? Or 60s
Yeah,
or
I
70s?
definitely think so.
It depends. I always think it depends on the level that you're at in your head and all those things. If you're doing it, but you don't have to do it, you can convince yourself to do things. So, you know, how do I explain it? So, I don't want to have to travel to the backside of America, for example, and do a tiny little room somewhere and stay in a ropey place, right? I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
But if that was in service of, who knows what that would lead to, you would do it because you might want to do it.
Yeah.
But having to and wanting to are two entirely different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I suppose if you think, like, this is the weird thing about, like, television. Television seems to tend towards, particularly now, towards making things and getting people who are kind of under 30 to be on TV. Even though nobody under 30 is watching TV.
No.
And stand-ups only get good when they're been doing it for... Rich Hall, I was talking to Adam Hills once. Rich Hall said to Adam Hills, and then Adam Hills said to me, he goes, don't even talk to me until you've been doing this for 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
Which is, oddly enough, maybe into your 50s is when you get to become...
Yeah.
You could probably be doing it 25 years.
What age did you start at? Sorry if I asked you before.
I was 22.
And did you feel like when you started at that age that you knew yourself
No.
well? Or? Right.
Hadn't a clue.
Yeah.
That's what I love about certain people. I've always liked Chris Kent, because Chris Kent Chris Kent knew how to do it his way. I don't know if he even wants to do it any other way. I don't know if he can do it any other way. I think he probably can. But he just went, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I've always liked that. Sometimes people go, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find my voice. And then after 15 years, you're like, I haven't found my voice. You go, well, maybe your voice like is everyman. Maybe your voice is...
Yeah.
And also, just because you think you're not unique, maybe you're the only person who thinks like you. So you think other people think like you, but they don't. So all you have to be is you.
Yeah.
That's all you have to really be. What about you? Did you start? Have you changed? Here's my
Yeah.
question. Have you?
Because when I started, I was trying to impersonate whatever comedian I was enjoying at the time, or that
Okay.
I thought everyone in that room would prefer to see.
Right.
Just
so
in terms
the Cosby years we should ignore.
The Cosby years, and
Yeah.
look, there was a lot of
those jumpers didn't suit you.
and the face paint wasn't ideal now that we look back at it. But this was 2005.
Yeah.
But I think I was, I think it was very much like...
But then you did Margaret Cho, and so you didn't learn at all.
Still doing that, actually. The last time will be Electric Picnic this weekend.
Okay,
And I'm going to
okay.
retire that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to perform as a Caucasian man. I'm going to try that.
Just something new.
Yeah, I'm adding the cock onto it, because it's normally an Asian man.
Okay.
But I
Will the cock go to the side?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, you got Peyronie's disease. So yeah, how long did it take you to find?
When I was 30, probably.
Right. Okay.
You know.
What age did you start?
18,
Right. 12 years.
I would say.
But
Before I was properly like, oh, I'm not thinking about a persona here, because it's just me. You know, and like, even things like because at the very start of this we were talking about matinee shows, because you're doing a matinee show in Bangor.
Yeah.
see even now saying stuff like online and being like, guys, I'm trying to get the shows are not, my tour shows are now starting at 7:30 instead of 8.
Oh, yes.
Before I would have been like just going along with anything, but now I'm going, no, I'm a guy, and people now know I'm a guy who likes to go to bed early.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming across in the shows. So I'm comfortable to go, I go to bed early. See, when I was younger, I'd have been like, I stay up till midnight. Off stage, I'd have been saying that too, and I wasn't. You know, but
I love the fact that midnight is still your latest. Sometimes when I'm walking home, I see like carriages turned into pumpkins.
No, we're talking about midnight.
Yeah,
12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, you do go to bed late?
Oh God, yeah.
You do?
There's a reason this is on at 3 o'clock.
Do you go to bed late?
Yeah. I think I have a reputation for working an awful lot harder than I do.
No, you're always you're doing 4 tours at once sometimes.
I'm doing
in different languages.
I'm gonna do 2 tours. Yeah, got to get that Ulster Scots grant money.
I've seen you. I've heard you like do Drogheda and Dundalk simultaneously at times. You'll do a joke in one and drive to the next and then bounce back.
Yeah.
It's a 7-hour show. It's too long, but
the laughter lasts so long. I can be back in time. They call me the Padre Pio of comedy. I can be in 2 different places at once. Why do I feel the need to say that extra bit? It's because I'm in Bangor. I just think Protestants won't get the reference.
No, they won't.
I think that I can't even remember the question. No, I do go to bed late. Yeah, always go to bed late and then get up late as well.
I thought that.
But you're right. The difference though between you going, I'm doing my gigs at 7:30 is the biggest change in comedy is. I don't know if it's the biggest change kind of developmentally, but the biggest change usually is you go from headlining to people to go and see you.
Yeah.
And once people go to see you, and then you can kind of dictate the terms a little bit. Then you can go, listen, guys, can we start at 7:30? And a theatre's going to go, well, we want Shane Todd in, so yes, we can start at 7:30. So
and I'm only working my way back from. This is only this is only the start of it.
Oh, I think we all know that.
We're going way back. We're going 6 o'clock.
I have an image of you. And you'll start your closer. No, well, that's a different thing. That's my screensaver. You'll start your closer as the countdown conundrum music starts.
Yes.
You know, and that'll be it. You'll be gone by
a late afternoon show.
Yeah.
Weekday.
Yeah.
Weekend off.
Yeah, weekend
Perfect.
off. Basically, what we're all trying to work. This is the thing that people think about comedians, that we're trying to work back to your schedules.
Yes.
the normal people's schedules.
Yes.
As we get
Were you I think we were talking about linens last time. We were talking. We were backstage at Ivy Gardens, and I think we had a linens discussion.
We did have a linen chat, yeah. And we're such rock and roll. Charcuterie, linens, and countdown.
Do you know what? Backstage at Ivy Gardens, because I was only in for the one show and then straight out, and there was the perfect amount of people backstage. With 4 comedians, we were all quite spread out.
Yeah,
it was at a good amount of time to have a chat with everyone.
Yeah,
but not, but then a quick, there wasn't big groups.
Yeah, and we didn't drop any bombs, because there's always American comics there, and they're always slightly worried about going on, and we were all very pleasant, and like if you wanted to, you could really just mess with them as they walk on stage. Just, you know what I mean? Just don't mention bushes. What? Just drop something. Yeah. Oh, you can talk about anything you want, and not backgammon. This is a real anti-backgammon crowd. Just as they go on, because a lot of them, like, they're really. Have you noticed they really talk themselves into an Irish audience being different? And we're not.
I think they think our culture is so wild and everyone's going to be blind drunk and it's going to be crazy. And it was a comic just about to go on. And the issue is, someone had said to her, was it they told her to slow down her act, or they told her to...
Had they?
Yeah, because she was like... I think she was talking about the comedian's tent. She's like, oh, someone just told me that I should do this, and she was in her head. And me, you, and someone else were like,
grand.
Do your act.
Yeah, you'd be grand.
Whatever your act is, that's why you've been booked for this.
But I've noticed, and I've done it a few years. I've done the Ivy Gardens a few years, and Kilkenny was the same, and Melbourne's the same. They sometimes, because it seems when you're watching TV anyway, some of the audiences in America, like, the response is so amazing that sometimes when an American comic comes to Ireland and does something and an Irish audience gives it a bit of a laugh but not a massive laugh, they take it as a judgment on them, like, personally. Whereas actually Irish audiences, it takes maybe a little bit more to get them. We're not as giving, same as British audiences.
Yes.
The big thing used to be, I've just lost £100, and they'd be getting a clap in America, and everybody here would be going, okay, good man yourself, but nothing.
Yes.
And that's all it means. We don't dislike you. But you
Yes.
sometimes see them spiral into, oh, they don't like me, they're not going to like the next bit, they're not going to like the next bit.
Yeah.
And actually, if they'd more than a weekend, they'd
Yeah.
rip gigs, you know.
Yeah. Were you away in the summer? Is that why we could talk about linens? Was it something you were trying out for a holiday?
No.
Or have you always been a linens guy?
No. I don't ever want to be described as a linens guy. Yeah, he was.
You're one of the biggest linens guy I know.
Yeah, I mean flax. He was always into flax, and
What are flax?
flax is what linen is made from.
Flax seeds?
Yeah, flax. You're from this part of the island. You should know about shipbuilding and linen. I'm disgusted.
There's nothing I
don't.
don't know about shipbuilding, but
Right.
flax?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about shipbuilding.
No, I think we know that.
My granda worked in the shipyard.
But I had already jumped ahead to, you were going to ask me about the production of briquettes in Offaly, and I thought, I'm in trouble here.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
But even like my granda worked in the shipyard. And
Did he?
I think I could make more of a Titanic thing stick if I wanted. Like he was involved with it or something. But no. Yeah, I don't think he did it. He was an actual shipbuilder as such.
And did you talk to him about it ever?
No.
Was he gone before you?
No, I was
an
just
age?
probably at an age. I think he was like 12 when I died, so I was
Right.
like, I wasn't. I don't know. Still don't really even know a lot of my grandparents' names, first names.
Yeah.
I never.
We have that in common. I don't know your grandparents.
But I just, you would not be asking them about their
My
previous
dad-
life or anything.
Because my dad is old, and he was old when he had me, I kind of talked to him about that. So it's almost like talking to a granda, because like their lives are so Jesus, so unbelievably different.
Yeah.
His first ever glass of wine, he told me, only recently, was when a Soviet, a crowd came over from the Soviet Union to see, in 1953 or something, to see how the Irish lads were harvesting the bogs for fuel and for peat. And you're just going, like, that is as far removed from you and I talking about charcuterie and linen that you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
So, like, the people that did, he got electricity in 1950 something. And 1950s in a certain part of Ireland was closer to the 1850s than it is now, I think, so they've seen a weird amount of stuff. No, I can't remember why we were talking about linen, but that's another case in point. You get to a certain age and you go, I don't care what anybody says about what you wear or what you say on stage or what way you want to do stuff on stage or anything like that.
You meet. I feel like increasingly, I meet more people who were on your stag in Barcelona than ever.
Really?
Tim told us about it once on the pod. He was talking about it was like the last trip he'd been on or something.
Yeah.
It's like I was away for it. And then I got talking to somebody else who was on it. And then someone else who I didn't expect to be on it. And I was like,
Garode was on it.
I'd never heard anything about this stag.
Yeah.
And now I feel like it's a bit like, when you talk about something and then you check your phone.
Yeah.
And it's an ad for Domino's.
Yeah.
And you go, someone's heard me mention this. And now everyone's coming out of the woodwork.
Well, a friend of mine organised that. We went to Barcelona to go and see a Barca match.
Yeah.
And did they tell you what happened? So I didn't realise this. If you go, and your man organises, my best man organised it, and he got us tickets and all the rest. If you go to Barcelona, what happens is we all went out drinking the night before, and then we got up the next morning, and there's a thing at reception from the guy who organised it all, right? The Spanish contact. And it was, you go in other people's season tickets, which I didn't realise.
Right.
But they also have their names on it. So your man goes, don't speak English at the gate. Now this is...
You have to pretend to be Spanish.
Which is fine for some of the lads, but you're talking about 14 of the most sunburnt,
Tim
pale-skinned, freckled Irish people you've ever... One of the guys got sunburnt between the passenger door and the boot of the taxi when we pulled up to the hotel. He came out and he got his bag, and and his face was red. And I was a 42-year-old mother of two who was...
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, but I was... So we all turned up, terrified not to... So there's 14 of us or whatever. 13 of us went through, but one of the lads was still slightly inebriated from the night before. And rather than just head down and walk through because you won't get into trouble, he decided to mutter whatever rudimentary Spanish he had. So he was just like Fernando Torres, and he just naming Spanish football players. And then he got through, and I'm trying to remember. Some security guard stopped him, and he went, hold on, and it was and 13 other lads had gotten through, and he went, "You're not Spanish," and Ronan went, "Neither are you." And in Barcelona, your man was like, "Yeah."
Are you telling me Tim had to be temporarily Spanish?
Yeah.
Because I love that if Spanish people were like, "Oh my God, there is daft."
Padre.
Ciao Padre.
Yeah, Tim was temporarily Spanish, yeah. Is there any more Irish looking ahead on anybody in the history of humanity than Tim McGarry? And yeah, El Tim, as we call him for the night. It was a rubbish game. But we got to see Messi, so we can say we saw the...
Was that your last lads trip? A load of guys going away?
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Because that's definitely the age I'm approaching where like no one's having stags. And that's a sad time.
Right.
When the last of your friends get married. Because then you're going, somebody needs to take one for the team here.
You're going to go 40
Get a divorce
next.
For stag too.
Yeah.
You know? You're like, please, like...
Do you know the way for stags or for weddings, there's places, or for engagements, like, we went to Rome, I brought, when you're going out with a girl, I brought her to Rome, are we expecting an announcement? There's no terrible place that's associated with divorce. I think that could be, there could be like, me and Jane are hitting the bricks here, and I brought her to Lurgan. Like, can we expect a divorce announcement?
I think if you're going for a long weekend in Blackpool,
you think there's trouble at home?
I think that's gonna be make or break.
There should be divorce tourism.
Yeah.
But like if Vegas, everybody gets married in Vegas, where does everybody get divorced?
In the States?
Anywhere.
It's got like... For Ireland, now I gotta be careful because I'm thinking what Irish tour dates do I have on sale in what towns? I mean...
It should be somewhere bad though.
That's what I'm trying to think of.
Yeah.
Somewhere I don't have on sale.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like
England. Pick somewhere in England that you're not going.
What's happening in Nace?
What? Yeah.
You've got a Nace date on sale.
I've got 3 dates. I quite like the people in Nace, to be honest.
Where are we not going? I don't know them.
Do you not?
I don't know them yet.
Okay. Yes.
But if there's a good venue there, it's not going to be on my divorce list.
The power of yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Meghan Markle interview where she's
Her
just
interview?
going, yes. I haven't sold out Nace yet. It's horrendous.
I mean, things like that are never going to work in Ireland.
What?
The power of yes, or like willing a thing, or
No.
No. There's no time for
I
that.
once did and I've only ever done it once, a triathlon, a short triathlon, and during the run part, there's Irish people watching, shouting, encouraging things, and I found it one of the most disingenuous things I mean, they meant well, but you just don't take it well at all. Just Irish people line up going, "You got this," and you're like, "That's not."
It shouldn't be said in the accent.
No, it should be said in a sexual health clinic by an Irish person.
Yeah.
You got this, followed by, I think you've given it to me. That should be the only thing. Or they should shout stuff like, that's vaguely positive but kind of believable. Like, you're not as shite as I thought you'd be.
It looks like you've got it, but if it turns out you don't have it, don't be worried.
Don't be too worried about it.
Don't be too hard
Sure,
on
none of
yourself.
us have it. Why would we want it?
Speaking of Meghan Markle,
Yeah.
who are some of the most famous people you've gigged in front of? Have you done a...
Do you know the way you just said, speaking of Meghan Markle, that's what you said.
Right.
So, who are the most famous people I've ever done a gig in front of?
Yeah. Have you been at a corporate? Have you...
I did a gig, and the former head of the RUC was at it. I think it was the PSNI at the time, actually. Former head of the PSNI was at it. It was in Edinburgh.
Just a regular gig or a corporate type thing?
Regular gig in Edinburgh, in the Gilded Balloon, in the great room upstairs, a small room upstairs called balcony, is it, or billiard? I can't remember which it is. And the shows have been running over. You know the way the shows.
Yeah.
People don't know the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. There's a show on, and you have to get everybody out of the venue so the next show can go in. And show before me, 2 before me, and then 1 before me. They were all running over. So halfway through the show, I realised I've been having a bit of crack with him, and
Did he say what he did?
Yes, he said we did, so the audience knew. And then I realised that it's the only opportunity I'm ever going to get to. Thanked everybody. It was a great show. Thanked everybody. And then I had to look at a former head of the PSNI and go, "You've got 2 minutes to get out." And in fairness to him, he laughed, checked under his chair, and then laughed. Yeah, he was at a gig once. Cush Jumbo, who's in
Cush Jumbo?
Yeah, who's in The Good Wife and The Good Fight, and she played Hamlet, and she's been at a gig.
Cush Jumbo?
Yeah, you used to meet people on.
You got a birth name? You think it's a stage name?
No, it's a real name. Yeah,
Cush Jumbo?
Cush Jumbo. Yeah, you'd know her. English
Jumbo's
actress.
a great surname.
Yeah.
English?
Yeah. Do you know
the Jumbos?
you know the Jumbos?
Go on up to the Jumbos and ask.
Jumbos, they make excellent rolls. Do you know the guy who I think is the most exciting person we met in terms of, you don't know his name, but everybody goes, "Oh, you man." The farmer from Babe. James Cromwell.
The main guy?
Name. Yeah.
Wouldn't have got, if you offered me £1 million or euro,
Yeah.
I would not have got his name.
He's one of those people
I can see his face.
who's famous, who's been in loads of stuff, was in LA Confidential, was in the last, was in Conclave, was
in LA Confidential, is he watching her open her legs?
Is that not?
No, he's the cop with a really bad Irish accent.
Basic Instinct.
That's Basic Instinct, yeah. No, he's not.
Right.
Well, he's one of those actors that you know, but you don't know his name.
I
But
think
he was on a panel once, and he was lovely. He's 6'7" or 8".
Is he Irish?
No, the panel was this. People don't know panels show a long time.
Oh, sorry,
ago.
your show, the panel. I thought you
Yeah.
meant a panel that you
No,
hosted,
he was on the panel. So
the panel was brilliant.
about 2009 or 10, he was doing a show in. So because there was Tubridy Tonight was on at the time, and I think the Late Late was on at the time. We used to have to try and get guests, and they were very creative about how they would get them. He was on in. I think a Eugene O'Neill play or something in Galway, and they knew that he was a really big vegetarian and vegan and animal rights sort of activist.
After Babe.
You know what I mean? He employed that pig, and not only in the country but in the city as well. I mean, he did a lot of work. Did a lot of work for pigs. And they wrote to him and said, "We've adopted either an animal in Dublin Zoo or we've done this in your name and all the rest. Any chance you'd come and be on our show?" And he said, "Yeah."
That's
So
incredible.
they sent a car to Galway to get him, and he came back and he was on the show, and he was a lovely man, yeah.
The panel was, I remember the panel probably, I maybe saw the last couple of years of it, but
Yeah.
it was, because it felt like there was so many panel shows then, and they were all kind of this high energy quiz based thing.
Yeah, no rounds or anything like
But
that.
the panel was
yeah.
a discussion,
Yeah.
laid back kind of chat, but really funny as well. I loved that.
Good crack, yeah. We had some interesting guests on it, like, he was brilliant. There was a guy who lived with wolves. Like, you used to have somebody
A
famous,
separate
but then
guy
also
who
you'd
lived with
have-
wolves.
Yeah, James Cromwell said life on the other side, like Ross Kemp on gangs. James Cromwell on wolves. I've done the pigs, I want to do the wolves. He wasn't a great man for charcuterie, funnily enough, but you'd kind of have weird unusual guests like that, you know. And,
Anyone else jump out? Like, was it people that would be over for press tours and stuff like that? Or
no,
was it more-
you did. I'm trying to think who else was really. I mean, for me, we went in the piss with Ray Houghton, and Ray Houghton obviously had scored against England and against Italy, so he is absolute royalty, and he was.
He
great
doesn't buy
crack.
pints.
What?
There's no way
That
he buys
man
pints.
does not buy pints. No, he was brilliant. Ron Atkinson. Remember chatting to Ron Atkinson?
I've met Big Ron.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
He was telling us about Paul McGrath, and I was just kind of in awe of the Paul McGrath stories. So Paul McGrath went to Villa. I think Ron Atkinson was the manager, and like first match, Paul McGrath just runs away from the centre forward, and all the Villa fans are going, "Get back!" And the ball appears at Paul McGrath's feet. And then it happens the next match as well. And then by the third match, the Villa fans don't even shout at him. He just read the game so well that he would just move away from the guy he was marking, and the ball would appear at his feet. He was incredible.
He's somebody I wish I had seen play.
Oh my God.
You know, properly, like actually watched them.
I went to the Overlap when I was in Dublin, and Keane was on with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, and Paul McGrath was the guest of honour.
Yeah.
And 9,000 people instantly. He is still the most popular footballer in Ireland.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
a
yeah.
long way.
Yeah,
by
yeah.
a long way. 9,000 people instantly stood up and started singing "Ooh, up on McGrath."
Yeah.
Ooh, up on McGrath. I don't think anybody else could engender that level of affection.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe Podge and Rodge, but that's 2 guys.
that is 2. So that's only 50%.
Now, are Podge and Rodge, and I was going to say we're the Irish Zig and Zag, but I heard Zig and Zag ripped off Podge and Rodge.
Okay.
That's the thing. What came first? That's the original chicken or the egg.
You know, but you know they're the same 2 lads, like.
I do know.
Yeah. So they're only
So
ripping
they would do different accents.
they're only rubbing themselves off, yeah. Jeez, I'm pretty sure they're the same 2 lads now, yeah.
That's wild.
And then they did another thing called Bronx Bunny, which is even darker than Podge and Rodge, which is very good.
Bronx Bunny.
Bronx Bunny, yeah.
Podge and Rodge, are they still going?
I don't know. They probably appear every so often, but the lads are doing loads of stuff. Yeah, Double Z.
Have you ever been to Emerald Park?
No.
It used to be Tato Park.
Yeah, no. A friend of mine was at it recently. He said it was absolutely brilliant.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Is it something like, are you like a theme park guy?
No, not really. No. I will go on stuff though.
But you have to be in a theme park to go on stuff, really.
No, but yeah, when you build your own,
Because your
never as
attitude is like,
effective.
you won't go to theme parks,
But I'll build my own roller coaster.
but you'll go on something if it's there.
Yeah, so yeah.
But if you carry on like it, you'll never go on anything.
Yeah. I mean, you are pointing out the flaw in my theory. If I'm just living my daily life and someone puts, so basically, you're never going to come across a roller coaster unless it's on sale in the middle aisle of a Lidl, which we're not ruling out. By the way.
No.
No, but you have pointed out the flaw. No, what I'm trying to say, I suppose, is I used to do so I've done 8-9 parachute jumps. I've done bungee jumps. I've done.
That's so many parachute jumps.
Yeah, the National Parachute Club is about 5 miles from my home place in Edenderry. Yeah.
So you're jumping out by the 8th or 9th one's no bother.
But now I'm too scared to do all those. I'm much more nervous now. I don't know why. The first time we ever did it was 18. I did a tandem jump. A friend of mine jumped out. I jumped out. Someone else jumped out. No, sorry, the static line jump.
Out of a plane?
Out of a plane. I jumped out. My friend jumped out, and another friend of mine jumped out. Static line is you're attached to the plane, right? So you're attached to the plane, and it pulls the parachute for you. So there's no free fall on a static line jump, okay? So you fall 30, 40, 50 feet or whatever, 2 or 3 seconds, and it pulls the bag away from the parachute. Because you can't trust a person to pull their own parachute.
But do you stay
Solo.
attached to it?
No, it pulls the bag, and
It
your
just
parachute,
does that bit for you.
Parachute opens, so it opens the parachute for you. So I landed. You had a one-way radio, and the one-way radio is so you can hear them, and they go toggle left, toggle right, and they bring you round, so you land into the wind, and just at the very last minute they go. I think it's called flare, and you pull the 2 handles down like this, and it slows you down.
So you do the whole thing. You're
Do
not
the whole
attached to
thing, yeah, yourself, yeah. With training and all the rest, but like
if you're at the National Parachute Club.
But anybody can do this. You do maybe it's a day's training and you do this.
Okay.
But my friend jumped out, and she on the one-way radio heard, "Welcome to Cool FM," and in at number 5, it was 2 FM. Something weird happened, and she was like, "What the fuck?" So she's off over there, miles away, and because she doesn't know how to land herself.
Yeah.
Pull left, pull right. She's just going.
You don't want the last thing you ever be to hear, like the intro to Samantha Mumba, Body to Body or whatever. Some daytime radio hits.
The guy talking through the intro of and the cash register machine number is
Dermot Kennedy with power over me. Gone. But that's insane, because I thought to operate a parachute from a plane by yourself, I thought you'd need years of training.
No, you just jump.
That's nuts when you think about it. 1 day's training to be able to jump out of a parachute and land on the ground in a designated space.
Yeah, but all you're doing is jumping out and pulling what they tell you to do, really. But you didn't jump out, which is the weird thing. They figured out the best way to do it is you step on the step and you grab the strut of the wing. Right? And the reason you do that is because if you let go there, you're in perfect arch position. You don't spin or anything like that. Rather than jumping out and maybe spinning or anything, you jump out and hold on.
Right.
Yeah.
I would never have thought you've done that. I would never do that.
Would you not?
Skydive, parachute. No.
Is there anything you want to do? And I'm really nervous about heights now.
I
Best
like
thing
all
we ever
roller
did was
coaster things.
bobsled. I did a bobsled for a TV show. That was absolutely super crack.
Was it the Channel 4 thing?
No, it was with the German youth bobsled team. And it was to demonstrate this the idea of friction, because we were doing a science program. And it was
Was it a buzz?
Oh, it was a great buzz, yeah. But they were like 19, absolutely ripped.
Yeah.
And I'm in the bobsled suit, and they're like, you know, it's a Stig from Top Gear.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you look like his fat uncle. And I was like, oh, thanks a
Neil,
million.
are you dead, man?
Thanks a million. And we got into this thing, and I said, I'm a bit nervous with this. And he's 19, and he's the captain of the youth
I can picture him.
German bobsled team, and his father had been at Lake Placid for the East German team in the Winter Olympics. And I said, is this, should I be nervous? And he goes, the only way quicker down the mountain is an avalanche. Like this.
That's pretty cool.
And I went, and he went, ah. And they were great crack.
Yeah.
And we were coming out of the mountain. We saw the Russian team training, and not saying they were necessarily on drugs, the Russians now, but they were bobsledding up the mountain. So
I don't think I like roller coasters, all that kind of stuff. Don't mind heights, anything like that.
you don't. Yeah, I don't like heights now.
But it's I tell you what, you want to see the way I removed a spider this morning from this office?
Yeah, really,
Not a problem.
really. Didn't even have to breathe and get yourself centered or anything like that.
If anything, I had to up my breathing.
Right.
There's no issue with me and a spider.
What did you do? How did you get it out?
I
Big
originally
glass spear
went
mat?
to go freehand,
Right.
but then the worry was that he was going to drop onto the ground.
Okay.
People-
Southpaw or Orthodox?
Russian Orthodox.
Okay, Russian Orthodox.
And so I went little cup, Page,
Okay.
brought him outside alive because there was calls from certain people to kill it, but I said no way, not on my watch. That's
I
not-
knew that. Yeah, you're a rescued them, bring them outside, and you kill them outside.
I stamp on them
because
outside.
that's really cruel. Because
Yes.
they think that they've survived.
I tell him,
It's the hope in their thousands of eyes.
I say you made it.
Yeah.
You made it. No,
Yeah.
the stand. I'll actually elbow drop it. Seen the
Really?
rock, the people's elbow and
You
wrestling.
sometimes climb up on like ropes.
If you notice, I wear an elbow pad under. That's why I wear long sleeves every
Yeah,
every
yeah.
pod. I've got an elbow pad.
the old
under here.
spider killer. That's what they call
me.
it.
Yeah. Now, are you going to eat before your gig tonight?
That's a strange question.
So many comedians will not eat before a show.
Man, I could eat walking on.
Yes.
I could eat.
Yes.
I could eat a full charcuterie board. You could.
This
eat-
is the show to do it.
You could give me a pig and a sharp knife, and yeah.
Don't let
that's-
James, whatever you call him, see you.
No, he would go. He would
He would
be
hate
upset.
that on so many levels.
Oh, yeah, many levels.
Do you
yeah,
think
I don't really get I don't get nervous.
Do you think he grew like emotionally close to the pig during the film?
I'd say he probably grew emotionally close to many pigs. I'd say that's not one pig. I'd say they're multiple pig actors. Wouldn't you think? But would he have?
I would hate to think.
Would he have had a favourite one?
I think so.
They're very smart, apparently. And
They'll eat anything.
Will they?
Pigs will eat
This
anything.
is a man who has disposed of a body. That's
The-
what that
only
sounds
spiders' bodies.
like. Yeah.
I throw my spiders to the pigs.
You and the map.
Which sounds like something that German bobsleigh captain would say.
Yeah.
I throw my spiders to the pigs, if you know what I mean, Neil.
No. I've no idea. I wouldn't like a pig. I know people. Didn't George Clooney have a pot-bellied little
right.
Vietnamese pig as a pet?
That's right.
But apparently they're really, really smart. So that would be kind of interesting to see how smart they are. Like, you know.
Well, they always sort of have their head. They always look like they could be thinking about. So they always have their heads down. You know, like they could be just concentrating on something.
Pigs.
Yeah, you see, pigs are like this quite a lot of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what are they talking about? You know, they always are chatting like this.
I think pigs look like they're the male in a scent advert. Because nearly all, like Tom Hardy or,
Have you
or
seen
Johnny
many scent
Depp,
adverts?
because I just flew through duty free, so I saw they're all like that.
Yeah.
They're a lot like that.
Yeah.
I've
'Cause what
never
there
put
is
those
the-
two together before.
There's the head down and the slight look off there from you.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. You look a little bit like a goldfish having a good time.
Goldfish.
A goldfish. Goldfish.
German for goldfish. Yeah, a lot of comedians just don't eat the day of a show.
Do you get nervous about shows you've done before? Shows and venues you've done before?
No. If I've done the venue before?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Something can throw me off.
Right.
Very, very, very rarely.
Right.
No. I have more excitement than nerves.
Okay. When's the last time you were genuinely nervous about a gig? Is it something? Usually it's something new, like a new radio show or a new
I
TV
did the
show. Or
American Bar last Sunday in Belfast. Work in progress show.
Okay.
First time doing it. Died of my arse.
Where's the American Bar?
The docks in Sailortown.
Okay.
Where my granda used to not build boats.
Okay.
Near the docks.
Yeah.
It's great. It holds like 40 people.
I love the fact it's called Sailor Town.
Sailortown's brilliant. Nobody really. It's like a weird part of Belfast in that, so many people used to live there. It's in the docks basically, and now there's like a few big apartment blocks and a few very cool bars. But that'll be a big area of Belfast soon, I would say.
But why did you die? Do you think?
My granda?
No. What? What? That is the weirdest. What's the opposition? The opposite of a Freudian slip, where you say what you want to say, but the other person hears something about their granddad. Why do you think you died? I think we know why your granddad died. By now he'd be 150.
He
No, we're on you.
Right.
You're like someone learning a new language. I, you, he, she.
Yeah, he died. Right?
Yeah.
But
Separate. Now you, Sailor Town.
why do you think that area dropped off?
Why did you said you died. Do you remember the thing you said like less than 30 seconds
Here's the
ago?
thing. We never pod past 4 o'clock.
Oh,
right?
okay.
13 minutes past 4.
Okay, we're gone.
Because
It's just new.
it's just brand new.
Okay.
I'd done it in Lavery's. The only time I'd done it was Lavery's the week before, and it was genuinely great, and I loved it.
Yeah.
So I felt like in between I didn't look at it or change it.
Yeah.
And I probably should have shuffled things and been on it a bit more.
Which gig was more useful?
More youthful?
Useful. Hold on. There's 4 people in the room. This isn't me, is it? It's not me. Okay,
not you.
right.
It's
I'm
not
just
you.
checking.
It's not you. It is not you. The American one, definitely. The American bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it because you can't hear what's actually happening in the room?
I can.
They all were going ha ha ha, and you were going, why are they going her? Is that what it is?
I feel like I'm back in the room.
Okay.
I'm back in the room.
Right.
Do you watch the Traitors?
Traitors?
Yes.
No, I'm familiar with it. I've seen it.
Great. I've just got into it. I didn't know whether you watch it.
No, I'm going to
Brilliant
start
show.
watching it because I know the RTE one has just started. So,
Yes.
and I accidentally, I was doing a gig with a few people recently, and I didn't know one of the people, and I looked the person up. I'm trying not to give anything away, and they had won Traitors, and I was like, oh well, you just ruined that series of Traitors for me. I hadn't realised. Because one of the people who has won has gone on to do comedy, you know.
If you could do a spin-off comedian's version of anything, what would you do?
I saw you did Bake Off the other day, didn't you?
We did Bake Off. We did Boozy Bake Off.
Yeah.
Which descended into full chaos.
I'd love to do Would I Lie to You, just as it exists now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would love and hate to be on a show with Bob Mortimer doing it, because he's so funny doing it.
Yes.
But you're just sitting there going, I know I would just get so excited about watching him.
Yeah.
You'd be in the edit.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
Just haven't said nothing.
He's just got that rare thing where he's head on where, like, I read his books and they're great, but I don't know if they were written by other people, would I enjoyed them so much, but I'm hearing them said by him and his delivery and everything.
Yeah. I think comedians doing a version of Top Gear would be hilarious.
Top Gear would be great.
You know, because people not really knowing enough about cars and smashing the shit out of things and going to various places.
See, my dad was a mechanic and I know nothing about cars, really.
Really?
I know the very bit. I mean, I'll change your tire, but I can't do much else.
Yeah. No,
I can top up the windscreen wiper water.
Right.
Like nobody's business.
Yeah. So spiders and water. Okay.
And water.
No, I haven't a clue about cars either.
But you know, like the sort of show, like we talked before about, we were talking about at lunch about that show Hunted on Channel 4. Something like that would be good.
Yeah. Myself and my wife sometimes play a game when, do you think if you could you kill someone and get away with it?
I thought you were gonna say like we say like could
No.
you go undetected?
No. It's a similar...
Do you mean me as me?
No.
Like as in
no,
as in
you as one of your comedy characters.
as in. Oh, I've
that
done that.
posh guy would get away with it.
Oh, he's done it.
He's
done it.
100 done it. Yeah.
Do you think the public profile thing would help or hinder you?
No. It's nothing. It's two things. One, we play. You are. Is the hunted thing. You know, you are falsely accused of something and you just have to disappear while you figure out how you're going to, defend yourself, whatever. Could you get out of Dublin? Could you get out of Belfast?
Oh, definitely.
Instantly, right?
Definitely.
Without being tracked by the hunters.
Let me tell you how.
And the other one
Deliveroo.
is, could you... Really?
Deliveroo.
Go on.
The way they go about, they're wearing all the Deliveroo gear, the snood, the helmet. They're on like a moped kind of thing.
That's how you do it.
I'd order a Deliveroo, say to the guy,
Yeah.
there's £100, give me all your gear.
Right. Okay.
Gone.
It's a good idea. Okay. And then the other one is, if you had to kill somebody who had wronged you in such an awful way, had hurt somebody belonged to you, or was going to hurt somebody else, and they'd been tried for murder, and they couldn't be tried a second time, or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever excuse you have to come up with
Yep.
for the tantalizing prospect of taking human life.
Said something in the comments section of the podcast about my hair.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Do you reckon you could do it and get away with it?
I think could I do it?
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
Now this might, if this ever gets shown in court because I'm up on a murder charge or
Yeah,
something, this is
yeah.
going to be a problem.
This is going to be a problem.
But yeah,
See, I don't think I don't think I have the patience for the cleaning up.
I wouldn't really be bothered. That's how they get me.
That's
like,
how they get me. Yeah.
they'd be like, "There's literally blood on your hands."
They've bleached
You did it
that
2
bit
weeks
there.
ago.
Yeah, you didn't.
Oh, I
You
meant to get
left
round
and
to
you
that.
turned on the robot Hoover
Yeah.
and up the steps. You killed someone up the stairs.
I don't know, because what do you can only go by what you've seen in movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's gonna be like body in a barrel. But then I'd forget. I'd leave it in the boot. Like I'd leave it in the boot for like a week. It'd be
I
like my
know.
football bag.
Yeah,
My wife's
yeah.
like, "That's gonna smell."
Yeah,
If you,
yeah.
It's exactly like that. She'd be like, "That's gonna start smelling soon.
Yeah.
You need to empty that and clean it
Yeah.
and get rid of it." And
That's
I
how
go,
they catch me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd run out with Jif
Yeah.
or Sif.
And like
whatever
you're
it's
not
called.
gonna just go to the shop to get that. So you gotta wait till you gotta do a big shop.
No.
You know. So
Although, now that I think about it, I do know
Pigs.
a fella. Pigs, and we also know a guy with a shovel and bin bags who's going to the Dublin Mountains anyway.
and James, the actor guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He knows pigs.
He does know pigs. He could probably make a phone call, yeah.
I could be alright.
What show would you like to do that isn't...
Like a celebrity version of it.
Yeah.
Or
Or more importantly, what show would you just like to do?
Oh,
As
would I lie
would
to
you do Celebrity Get Me Out of Here? I'm a Celebrity Get
No.
Me Out of Here. You wouldn't?
No.
Okay.
No.
Would you Dancing
Don't
on
think
Ice?
I'd enjoyed it. No.
What's Countdown like? Obviously, you're not a contestant. You're on the...
Countdown is great crack. One, I know Colin fairly well, so we have the crack. The first time ever I did it, or one of the first times ever I did it, he goes on air. He goes, "Listen, we know each other, and we're both Irish, so we're not going to make it too Irish and all the rest. For the rest of you, we're going to make everybody and inclusive and all the rest." And then the first four letters I think were RUC, or the first three letters that were RUC. And he looks at me and I was like, "Sorry, but if that says, I can overlook that, but if it says Aina Lay the next time, we're going to have to mention it." Good crack, really good crack. The people who are the contestants now are so good. So if you do it, and you do a week, so you do a day and it's a week, basically, right? And if you do it early in the season, it's kind of a bit more crack, because you're like, oh, there's an 8 letter you didn't get, or there's a 6 letter you didn't get, or whatever. By the latter stages where they've all competed against each other and they're in the semi-final or final, you're just sitting there having the crack with Susie, who's lovely, but you're never getting anything that they don't get, because they're extraordinary.
Right.
They're unbelievable. They do, if a bad word comes out, there was one thing, a bad word came out. So I'll tell you what happened. This is what happened. A word came out, and Colin said, "Well, what do you got?" And this guy said 6. This guy said 6, and I said, "We've got 6 as well." And the first guy goes, "Sorry about this, but wanked." we've got wanked. And the next guy went wanked as well, and he showed the guy his page, and Colin Murray goes, so this is where we got wanked as well. So what they do in that circumstance sometimes is they go, you both got 6, you're both getting 6. And they made the guy choose another letter. So he chose another letter that took, I think, the D away, and they put an N up, and they said, I want you to both declare awake, or awaken, whenever it's a 6. So they both said awaken, and so you don't have to broadcast it bad words,
Yes.
and the integrity of the scoring system is the same. And then the next round, he comes to me, the round after that, and he goes, what is there? And I said, well, there's a very long... Masturbate is there for 9. I don't even know if that's 9. I think it's more. It's 10, is it? And he could not stop laughing. Right. And I could not stop laughing. And then what happens is the crew gets a little bit annoyed because, we have to make 5 of these a day. You two need to rein it in a little bit. But it's really good fun to do. It's the first show ever on Channel 4.
Oh, right.
Ever. 1982 or something. I used to watch it with my mum.
Yeah.
When I would go home from school on half days and stuff. So it's kind of cool, just a bucket list stuff,
Can you guys get me a pen and paper, please? Thank you. If we have a pen, we've got a pen. If we can get a little bit of paper, please. Yeah, perfect. Neil.
Yeah.
Can you do the number thing with me?
The number thing?
Yeah, give me a go at it.
Oh, okay. So I give you 6 numbers, do I? Is that what you want?
How does it work? You give me the numbers, do you? And I give you... No, you give me a number and then I have to get to it.
Okay. All right.
Do it the way they do it.
Okay, well then you have to give me the pen.
Right.
And paper. Right. So, you give us a number. Lads, give me a number.
Between what?
What was
1
it?
and 999.
But it's like small and big.
Yeah, but you just give me the number for the target.
Okay, 5 to 1.
Fuck.
5 to 1. Okay, so I'm going to give you a 50, a 75, a 1, a 10, a 5, and a 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just do that into the mic there, Neil.
So you've just said 5 to 1, and I've given you the numbers.
Okay.
Okay, so
How long have I got?
how long do you want?
What do they do on the show?
I'll come back next week.
What are they?
30 seconds.
Okay. So what are the numbers for the audience?
50, 75, 1, 10, 5, 3.
Right. So 30 seconds.
You got 30 seconds from now, yeah?
Give me the pen.
Here's the pen, yeah?
From the pen.
Are you marking the time?
Yeah.
Fuck. Fucking hell.
I think you've got about 11 seconds left, do you?
Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
Boo! You get it?
What's 7.5 times 3?
You can't have 7.5 times.
Oh,
three.
Sorry, my bad. I thought that said 75.
It is 75, yeah?
Oh no, sorry, I thought it said 7.5.
You
Right,
think
Dan, you do
you
yours.
think fractions are in countdown?
50 multiplied by 10 is 500.
Yeah.
75 divided by 3 is 25.
Do you have a 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's add those together is 5.
25?
525. Oh, what have I done? No. And minus the 5, so that's 520.
Oh, 520 isn't bad. He's within 1, yeah.
I got the
Add the 1. There's a 1 left over.
There you go.
Or take away.
Yeah, he's got it.
right. I got these wrong. I thought that said 100, so I did 50 times 100.
Okay.
Oh no. No, 10. Yeah, I did 50 times 10 is 500. And then I thought that was 7.5, so I did 7.5 times 3, take away 5.
Oh, okay. Apart from...
If I had have thought that was 7.5, that's not awful.
No, it's brilliant.
Great. So just the letter one now, please.
Okay. You just give him 9 random letters.
Yeah.
Ask for
Okay, here.
consonants or vowels.
Vowel, please, Neil.
Okay. A.
Vowel, please, Neil.
O.
Vowel, please, Neil.
I.
Consonant, please, Neil.
N.
Consonant, please, Neil.
S.
Consonant, please.
T.
Vowel, please, Neil.
U.
Consonant, please.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Consonant, please.
C.
Consonant, please.
K.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Thank you.
There you go.
And grab a pen, please.
30 seconds again, and your time starts now.
Oh no. Oh no.
See, at this point, I'm chatting to Susie Dent, and if I don't get anything, Susie Dent is going. There's a 7 there for.
How good she at?
Ah, unbelievable! Yeah. So if you don't get something, you'll be told there's something there.
And who's on the numbers now?
Rachel Riley's on the numbers.
And how good she does she get
brilliant!
everyone?
Yeah.
How much help does she get?
None.
Okay. 6 letters I got.
Oh yeah, give us a look. What you get?
Tonics.
Very good.
What do you think of that? I had tonic and then I remembered you can put an S on that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Do you want me to use it in a sentence?
Okay.
Gin and tonics.
That's not a full sentence, is it?
It is in my world, darling.
I would like some gin and tonics. I'll tell you. I think you're.
That's not bad there. I've surprised myself with that.
I think you knew you were going to do okay, given
At
the confidence with which you demanded
the letters, not the
numbers
numbers.
and letters.
Not the numbers. Sometimes I'll watch the numbers and I'll go, I'm making a fist at this, like.
But even that, they train they train and the times tables. You know, when I was in school, you learned times tables up to 12. They like if you're on counting, you start learning 13s and multiplying by 75. Like you can literally train, and there's also an app now, so the players are just unbelievably good.
But it's like football a bit, isn't it? It's like, is the game gone? Is there room for Mavericks in there? Is there room for a Nokia's to come on countdown and just like, you know, this kind of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, the Maverick countdown is making up a word that doesn't exist. Well, and I would commend them. I mean, I'd watch their playing style all day long. You never know what he's going to do. He's just making sounds now. This is brilliant. He took off his shirt. He's beating his chest. But I want to watch him. He's box office.
Do the words have to be in English?
Yes.
Do they stipulate
Well,
that?
they have to be. They have to be in the dictionary. So, but a French word could have. There are French words in the English dictionary because.
Derriere.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Yes.
But.
Or a tune from a county nearby.
Yeah.
Derriere. I'm learning French at the moment.
Oh, you actually?
Yes. Finest bit I've learned so far is the French word for mother-in-law is la belle-mère, and the French word for stepmother is also la belle-mère. There's no difference. Right. And I asked the professor, how can French people be expected to know which genre of pornography they are choosing if they do not know the difference? And he did not have an answer for that.
Parlez petit français. Petit.
Je ne peux pas parler, mais je peux comprendre.
Ouais, non.
I'm only like 4 or 5 weeks in.
Pour les vacances, je visité Mallorca.
Mallorca?
Oui. Avec ma famille.
Les pastimes préférés sont?
Oui. Non.
Où est la
Je joue au foot.
Où est la
Not je joue au foot.
bibliothèque?
That means I am a football. Je joue au foot is to play.
Je joue.
But je
au
suis
foot.
football is I have a foot.
No, je suis is I am.
You said I am a foot.
No, he said je joue au football.
Oh, I thought you said je suis a
J'ai
foot.
joué au football is I played football. Yeah.
Ah, je joue au foot.
There's a lot of pressure, by the way, when you go into the place.
What place
With
are
a
you going into?
French, there's a French kind of centre, and in Dublin, and you go in, and your surname is the guy goes, Monsieur Delamere, and I was like, you need to wind your neck in right there, my friend. Why?
Do you know what wind your neck in French is?
No, they don't say wind your neck in France because it was always assumed you would because they invented the guillotine.
They were doing that until not that long ago.
Yeah.
70s?
They were probably executing people fairly recently, you know.
Like, you shouldn't be executing people when ABBA are around. You know what I mean? It's too modern.
I've never heard the lads in The Hague say that.
Well,
you know,
if you
when someone's up on war crimes and for their horrific part in the Yugoslavian war in the 90s and go, listen, I don't know if you know this, but greatest hits of ABBA, Waterloo was still banging out the numbers. You're an absolute disgrace.
But like that could conceivably happen. Like the guillotine shouldn't be dropping to the sound of the YMCA, and you're like, this is too modern.
Yeah.
That'd be your last words.
77.
Yeah.
YMCA.
Guillotine.
Yeah.
Two equally big.
And the guy who invented
cultural
the guillotine was called Mr. Guillotine.
Oh yeah.
And you know how he was killed himself?
Wanked himself to death.
Yeah, no, it was nothing to do with the guillotine. It's a carbuncle.
What?
Yeah, the weird thing is, so he...
For a sec, I swear to God, for a second, I thought you said Garfunkel, and I was like,
Yeah, Mr. Guillotine could hit high notes. It was beautiful, and Art Garfunkel got jealous and built a contraption to kill him. That's how it happened.
in the Garfunkel, the guillotine.
No, the idea of the guillotine, he didn't actually really invent it, but he was a member, I think, of the Parliament, and he wanted everybody, if you are going to be put to death, he wanted everybody to have the same rights as posh people, and posh people could be dispatched almost immediately with a sword, or beheaded with an axe, apparently, and poorer people got dispatched in awful ways. And he said, okay, well, if we are going to kill people, they should be killed in a humane way. So oddly enough, he wanted it to be humane, apparently. So is the story behind the guillotine.
Nothing more humane than the guillotine.
At least it's quick.
It is quick.
You know, you don't ever, assuming they sharpen the blade, I suppose.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
You don't want to seven. You don't want
Like
to
a
go
butter
7
knife.
times on the guillotine.
No.
You don't want a rusty guillotine. That sounds like a sex thing, doesn't it?
It does.
He's giving another rusty guillotine.
Yeah, he pays extra for the rusty guillotine.
He's banned from here. He's banned from the French Centre in Dublin because of the rusty guillotine.
He's insisting on the rusty guillotine.
Is the show that you're doing in Bangor, is that a new tour show?
No, that's the end of this current tour. It's called Achilles, Neil.
The very, very end?
Yeah, I'm doing kind of 25 dates in England, Scotland and Wales, but I've only got a couple of dates on this side of the Irish Sea left, like 3,
right,
4. And then I'm doing a new show called Reinventing the Neil. So Reinventing the Neil is the one that's starting in November. That's the SSE Arena. And
what date is SSE?
21st of February, I think.
Oh,
and all around pretty much every county on the island of Ireland, pretty much.
You're racking up the
along.
SSEs.
Yeah, I've done a few now. It's such a great, like, they really know what they're doing in terms of the setup and all the
Yep.
rest. So it's kind of, it's the biggest one, so you look forward to that massively, you know.
We'll put a link to that
Thanks a million.
in the description. And is there anything else you want to plug and promote?
No, come along to the shows. I do a podcast with Dave Moore called The Rusty Guillotine. No, called Why Would You Tell Me That? So that's how I know about the guillotine. We try and uncover weird facts as we possibly
And
can.
people can parlay to that where?
That's wherever you get your podcast. It's called Why Would You Tell Me That?
Merci beaucoup.
Oh, there we are.